those on whom is your favor, right? Not the path of those on whom is your wrath, nor the path of those who have gone astray. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Now Prophet Muhammad ﷺ explained for us who are the maghdubi alayhim. He said they're the Jews. And the Dallin, he said they're the Christians. Why? The maghdubi alayhim, why is Allah's anger on them? Because they had knowledge of the book and they didn't practice it. As Allah said, أَتَأْمُرُونَ النَّاسَ بِالْبِرِّ وَتَنْسَوْنَ أَنفُسَكُمْ. You command people to righteousness and you forget yourselves. They had knowledge of the book, but they didn't practice it. So Allah's curse is on them. His anger is on them. Whereas the Christians, they are dallun. Right? Dallun meaning they have gone astray. They're lost. Why? Because they have no knowledge. They have no knowledge. So they're lost. Their religion is emotion. Remember we spoke about that earlier. Their whole religion is based on emotion. There's no knowledge there. It's just about getting the spirit. So, however we can get that spirit, we're ready to do it. Right? If it means bringing a rock band into the church and everybody is, at it and singing and clapping and dancing and all this kind of thing, you got the spirit? That's all right. It's emotion. There's no knowledge there. There's no guidance. So, shaitan will make anything appear appealing to them. I know this is one of the things that struck a number of the brothers who accepted Islam, who with the American troops. When we took them into the masjid, because they had been told by the American officers, they'd been told, listen, do not come within 50 feet of a mosque. So you don't walk within 50 feet. You got to stay 50 feet clear of these places. So of course it made them curious. What's going on inside there? So we took them. So what are you guys doing in the mosque? They told us don't come within 50 feet. Don't worry about it. There's nothing like that really. Islam, there's no problem. So we took them inside the masjid. Took off their shoes. They sat in the back. Time for prayer came. We prayed and they observed, and a number of them said, wow, man, this makes sense. After being in the churches back home where people, as I said, it's a disco. The church has become a disco, You say, how can you worship God? Hey, what's the difference between here and the disco? And I said, this makes sense. This is what worship is supposed to be like. The place is quiet. You're reflecting on God. Everybody's doing the same thing. It really had an impact on many of them. Many of them accepted Islam just from going and sitting in the mosque and observing Muslims in prayer. So the point is that Allah, when He tells us that we should seek the straight path, not the path of the Jews and the Christians, not because we should point the finger of the Christians and the Jews. We say we want to follow that straight path. We don't want to be a Christian or a Jew. No. That we don't want to fall into the trap that they fell into. That we don't want to be of those who have knowledge and don't implement it. That we don't want to be of those who are following religion and we have no knowledge of it. In ignorance. So this is what Allah informs us is the most important thing to strive for. And this is, as we said, the foundation for correct Iman. Because people can have faith in all kinds of things. The Hindu has faith in his gods. The Buddhists have faith in Buddha. The communists have faith in Marx. You can have faith in all kinds of things. But if your knowledge base is not correct, then your faith is wrong. Your faith is wrong. It's useless faith. It's a faith of misguidance. So your knowledge base has to be correct, but then that's not enough. You have to implement it. You have to put it into practice. And when you do that, then you produce Iman, the real faith. And that's what we need to call for, we need to ask for. This is the most important thing that will make the ultimate difference in our lives. And this is what should come into our prayers.